Good morning, everyone. Pastor Winston here. We're continuing our study in the book of Matthew and the chapter of 8. So if you got your books, you might turn to there. But before we do, I just want to do a little excursus here, and we're going to go over and take a look at Isaiah. We're going to look at Isaiah chapter 9. And this is a prophecy away. And as we're coming into this season of Advent, I think it's just a really great idea to reflect on who is this baby going to be, and whose forecast he's going to be, what the prophet said. Listen to this. Isaiah says, "The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in a land of deep darkness, on them a light has shined." And then later on in verse 6, this chapter 9, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Prince of Peace." And so today, as we look at Jesus and we look at the disciples in the storm, we're going to see a lot about that mighty God. So let me diminish myself here a little bit, and so that he can increase, and we'll get us back to the right slide, and that will help, and say, what sort of man is this? So we'll start with the scriptures here, beginning at verse 23. He says this, "And when he got into the boat, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great storm on the sea, so that the boat was being swamped by the waves, but he was asleep. And they went to him, saying, 'Save us, Lord, we are perishing.'" Well, you just think about that a little bit, I kind of like to think of it like this. So the disciples are in the boat, and the boat kind of represents the church, kind of going through the storm. You get in a storm, it's pretty good when you're just sailing along. But then you get in the storm, and we did that, remember? Some of you do. Anyway, we went through this great storm, and we were crying out, "Save us, Lord, please save us, help us." And he did. He did, not necessarily in our timing, but he did do that. And so what we're going to see here is that what Jesus is really saying, hey, look, guys, I'm giving you a lesson right now about trust. I'm in the boat here with you, and I need you to trust me. I need you to be brave here and have courage. So faith is this courageous following of Jesus. It's really a form of bravery. If you want to really kind of look at it like that, that's really what it is. It's just being brave and saying, my Lord is with me. And so let's move on a little bit here in our discussion, and we'll see what happened. And so he said to them, "Why are you afraid, O you of little faith?" Then he rose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. And the men marveled, saying, "What sort of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?" Wow. Over the years, different people have given their insight on this event. The Puritan Matthew Henry saw it that Jesus might have the occasion to manifest himself, the God of the sea, as well as of the dry land, and to show that all power is his, both in heaven and in earth. And Jerome, he writes, creation recognizes its creator. Wow. Jesus is all powerful. He is that mighty God who has come to this earth and walked on this earth and walks among us. And we're going to celebrate his birth here in a few weeks. And this is something powerful to keep in mind. But there's also the great thought about him being the Prince of Peace and our keeper in every way. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Be comforted in this, that even when our faith is the smallest, when it's the weakest, when we are little faith, that's what he called him, right? Hey, you have little faith. When we're little faith, we cry out in desperation, "Lord," well, he saves. He calms the storms and raging seas that wage war against our faith and against our heart. And so I really think that that was the biggest storm he calmed that night with his disciples, was the storm in their own heart. So be encouraged as we go down through the years together in this boat called the church. All of us, sometimes little faith, sometimes brave. God bless you and have a great week. Bye-bye.